You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching Lovecraft season 1 episode 4, and I've been really enjoying this series. There's a lot of mysteries, still a lot of answers to be a lot of questions to be answered, I should say. And there will be spoilers in this review if you haven't seen it yet, so you have been warned. But before I get into this video, make sure you follow me on Twitter at perpminded420, because also do not forget to hit that like button. With all that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's dive right into this review. So this episode opens up with Montrell. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He's really messed up about his brother passing away, and he finds the book that George was looking at, and he sees this saying, and he kind of dismisses it off and throws this in the trash can and just doesn't acknowledge it at all, and he just lights it on fire, which might be problematic going down the road. So then we go back to Christina, and we get a lot more of Christina throughout this episode as she pulls up to Letty's house, and she's not able to get in because there's a spell on the house as well that not even she can break through, and they kind of butt heads, and Christina rubs Letty the wrong way about just the house and everything, but she's on a different quest, as we've seen throughout this whole entire series so far, that she has her own agenda. She goes to Letty and says, I'm looking for this golden solar system that we saw in a previous episode. It's a key to something she's looking for, and there's this whole race for the pages of that came out of Titus's journal or some type of book that Tech believes that it will be able to protect everybody that he loves and cares about. We'll just have to wait and see. So, something's weird about Montrell, that he seems to know a lot more than information about what's really going on. He mentions that there are 34, I think it was about 34 different lodges out there, similar to the ones that we've met so far. Where Christina comes from, that's one lodge. She even goes to visit other lodges, and she's digging for information. So it just becomes a race to find these pages. Whoever gets their hands on them is going to be very powerful. So we're heading to another road trip to Boston, and it's not just the three anymore. They got the whole gang. Even Hippolyta, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Sorry for butchering some of these names, but she wants to tag along, and I think she wants to kind of uncover her own type of answers, because she still feels some types of way about George. Now let's go to Letty's sister. I have no idea. This kind of threw me through a loop. William pretty much approaching her and whatnot and try to sway her, and I think they're just trying to use her to kind of get to Letty, and it might be a part of the grand scheme of things what William and Christina are doing. So we're just got to wait to see how that plays out. It's gonna be interesting. So they finally arrive at Boston at this museum, that's dedicated to the Bray Whites, Titus. And now that they're at Boston, they're trying to find out where this vault is in this museum. Meanwhile, people are watching Christina, and she's got kind of some muscle with William to kind of stop that. So I'm so curious to see exactly what her plan is, because she can't be a part of these lodges, so she's gonna have to try to make her own way and try to force her own hand and try to get some power. I don't know, man. It's just interesting. Let me know how you guys feel about Christina so far. Are you liking her character? You think she's a friend or foe, or she just pretty much has her own agenda? That's why I feel like and she's just using Tick and just everybody to get her way. So now Tick and the gang are able to figure out this hidden passageway through the museum, this underground tunnels. There's like these three tunnels. They go down this one where there's this plank where I really like the adventurous aspect to this episode. It felt like something out of Tomb Raider or like Indiana Jones, like there's booby traps and everything, and they're able to make their way through this cave thanks to Atticus. And Atticus is way OP, man. Just I feel like he's part demigod or something like that because his blood is like helps them get out of a lot of different situations. So, and throughout this whole episode, he struggles with his feelings for Letty, and I like these touching moments that he has with his father, Montrell, and Montrell gives him some really good advice on how to deal with this, and to just not worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Finally, they're able to pretty much get into this ship. It's like a ship, I guess, and this one of the corpses comes back to life, and it's this woman, half male thing, whatever. I don't know. It's it seems like she's a really key part to all of this. But now they're able to take the scroll that was sitting there. Atticus brings her back to the house to kind of comfort her and make sure she's okay. Meanwhile, while this is going on, we have Hippolyta. She's driving back to Chicago until she sees that her daughter is writing on George's map, and she gets some more information and finds out, okay, something's up, and busts a U-turn. I don't know where this is going to lead to, but it's interesting now how this episode ends with Montrell pretty much slitting this girl's throat. I don't know why. Is he hiding something? Man, I have a lot of questions. Like, why would he do that? Is he working for the other side? Does he have his own motives? I don't know, man. Let me know how you guys feel about this episode. I can't wait for next week. It seems like it's going to be an interesting one. Until next time, I'm out.